I'm changing the word picnic today because it's always been something that has looked a little awkward to me when I go about spelling this. It just doesn't seem right. I mean, P-I-C isn't really a word, sure, maybe an abbreviation of a picture. N-I-C as the spelling for anything doesn't really make sense. That's not how you spell Nick. So pick and Nick has always just been a little strange to me, and I just feel like the universe is an imbalance anytime I spell picnic. And we just had a company picnic yesterday, and it was very great, happy to have it, but it had me thinking, I should change that word. And sure, maybe you may think that I'm heartless for doing something like taking out picnic, because I know a lot of people have a lot of attachment to picnics. I'm not going to hit it too hard. I want to change it to lax out, because it's really about just relaxing outside. That is the core purpose of a picnic. All picnics practically are outside. I was going to initially incorporate something into the word to reflect how uncomfortable you are almost all times at a picnic. Like, look at this, is like the base, like stereotypical seating arrangement for a picnic. You're sitting on the ground on a scrappy ass blanket. That's all you got. And sometimes maybe you'll have like a really awful table to sit at or bench. And usually you'll be in extreme heat for long periods of time if you have a picnic that goes for a while. So like I've always thought that they're a little overrated. Really all they are is just hanging out outside. You can add more to make them a lot more cool, a lot more fun, and that's when they have more potential. But if you can't escape the outdoors, at times it gets miserable. Sometimes you really need some hovent and you can't get none, and that's when it gets tough. But picnics are pretty good. I'm not like a huge advocate of them just because I feel like comfort is often lacking in those scenarios, and then it gets a little rough if it's a very hot day. That's kind of how it was yesterday, but it's still very enjoyable. I was thinking something like uncomfolax, or like I was thinking of doing some other things to make it like, oh yeah, it's not gonna feel good, but it'll be nice because you're relaxing outside. But I think lax out is good enough. Let's move on to our song and video of the day. Song of the day is Easy by Aries, and this song is one that came off of his newest album that came out, I don't know, 8 months ago maybe, and I didn't really notice that it was much of this standout initially, but it came up on Shuffle yesterday, and I'm like, dear God, this song is actually really, really good. It's got a cool build-up and a cool outro to match, and then it's got a lot of interesting lyrical deliveries throughout. There's a line about Ginobili that just makes me lose my mind. It's freaking awesome. And then the chorus is also just really laid back and awesome too. Like I was super, super impressed upon revisiting this song, and I would definitely recommend giving Aries a look into, but this song specifically. He's got a lot of pretty solid stuff that's worth checking out. Then the video of the day was from a couple months back when this dude just hijacks like some type of government meeting and goes into this ridiculous song of gas prices way too high, Vladimir must go die, and like has this absurd song that he goes into with no shame, and it's just done so poorly. The audio is awful in a lot of this, but everything he's doing is just so funny, and the lyrics are so outrageous. The setting makes no sense, so it's really, really funny to watch this, and I definitely recommend this video as well. And that is gonna do it for the Daily Do. Peace out.